And this one right here is important for the next, for the Serpent Standing Stone, which allows you to use poison once a day. What it means is if you miss that hit or miss that shot, you lose the poison for the day. And so while it can be a strong standing stone, it's got some parts to it that can be a problem. Before I meet, just gonna be, well, I'll be inside. And basically I'm an emissary.
Come on in,
so
just stoke the fire. Take a seat and get
everything should be okay.
Your skin's as pale as the snow. You scared of sunlight or something?
The future of Skyrim! The future of Tamriel! And there it is, friends!
Nothing? My lord, please. This is no time for rash
What's
action.
the meaning of this interruption? Jarl Balgrup is not receiving visitors.
Who's this, then?
You'd better speak to the Jarl, then.
Well, I trust you have something vitally important to tell me. Important enough to interrupt me in the middle of council? And I'm sure he told you it was urgent. Well, he's not the only Jarl in Skyrim with problems to deal with. Whatever it is, it will have to wait until after I finish dealing with this dragon situation. Alvor? The smith, isn't he? Reliable, solid fellow. Not prone to flights of fancy. And you're sure Helgen was destroyed by a dragon? This wasn't some Stormcloak raid gone wrong? By Ysmir, Irileth was right! What do you say now, Proventus? Shall we continue to trust in the strength of our walls? Against the dragon?
My lord, we should send troops to Riverwood at once. It's in the most immediate danger. If that dragon is lurking in the mountains...
That is a provocation. He'll assume we're preparing to join Ulfric's side and attack him. We should not...
Enough! I'll not stand idly by while the dragon burns my hold and slaughters my people.
Okay. So if you haven't done this quest,
To Riverwood at once.
then it automatically forces you to do it
Yes,
before you
my
can
Jarl.
If you'll
do the
excuse me,
next one of the.
I'll return to my duties.
That would be best.
uh,
Well done.
Stormcloak line.
You sought me out on your own initiative. You've done Whiterun a service, and I won't forget it. Here, take this as a small token of my esteem. There is another thing you could do for me. Suitable for someone of your particular talents, perhaps. Come, let's go find Farengar, my court wizard. He's been looking into a matter related to these dragons and rumors of dragons.
Come to Dragon's Reach to discuss the ongoing hostilities, like the ret... What? Project? You think you could help me? I really don't think so. You know, if you've got the aptitude, you should join the Mages College in Winterhold.
Farengar, I think I've found someone who can help you with your dragon project. Go ahead and fill her in with all the details.
So the Jarl thinks you can be of use to me. Oh yes, he must be... Yes, I could use someone to fetch something for me. Well, when I say fetch, I really mean delve into a dangerous ruin in search of an ancient stone tablet that may or may not actually be there. Straight to the point, eh? No need for tedious hows and whys. I like that. Leave those details to your betters, am I right? I, learned of a certain stone tablet said to be housed in Bleak Fall Barrows. A dragon stone, said to contain a map of dragon burial sites. Go to Bleak Fall Barrows, find this tablet, no doubt interred in the main chamber, and bring it to me. Simplicity itself. Off
This
to
is a
Bleak Falls
priority
Barrows
now.
with you. The Jarl
Anything
is
we
not
can
a
use to
patient
fight
man.
this dragon.
Neither am I.
Dragons. Leave it quickly.
Divide! For we are the children of man, and we shall inherit from heaven.
You tried mercenary work? It might suit you.
I'm going to just basically spend most of the
Welcome.
day in here.
Let me know
Let's
if
get
you
a
want
room.
anything. Think I got a clean mug around here somewhere. Don't like those eyes you got. There's a bad hunger to them. Sure thing. It's yours for a day. I'll show you to your room. Right this way.
You look like someone who can hold their liquor. How about a friendly contest to win a staff?
Let me know if there's anything else you need.
Hold us there. What can I do for you?
You know nothing. Nothing of our struggles, our suffering.
The Jarl has finally agreed to send you back to Riverwood.
Yes,
Brigands I can handle.
we'll leave immediately.
This talk of dragons,
Just us against the
all
dragon.
gone mad, I
That's
say.
it.
I can't afford to send anyone else, and we don't know where the dragon is. Your main job will be to keep
This
an
must
eye
be
out
that
for
beautiful Skyrim weather
on
I've
his
always heard
attack.
about.
I don't expect the three of you to fight off the dragon by yourselves, but I do expect you to do your duty.
Of course. We'll keep Riverwood safe. You can count on it.
Where'd you come from? Done and done.
Suddenly,
Must be gone now.
right there against the tree is a, bandit. I'll wait till the one on the bridge moves away. Sometimes you can lose them in the background. They know roughly where the arrows came from, which is why he would run over here for a short distance.
No!
It's a pretty useful tactic on lower levels, since you can hit them a couple of times before they even get close to melee range. And even if you're going to mostly do a melee build, it's one good option to hit them first with a bow, then let them make their way towards you, then switch to melee.
Is someone there?
Where'd you come from?
I'm surprised that one missed.
That'll teach you.
Just walked away. I'll wait till the archer or the lookout walks back to this archery point. There are a number of those like that, platforms that you can fire from. They don't seem to have too much cover, but okay, go down. Possibly fell into the ravine over here. Yeah, he fell off. Oh, she fell off. I'm going to move where that lookout was, if I can. There's one tango right there. And he saw Serrano. Didn't see me though. The other one's firing arrows at Serrano. From up here somewhere. No, down here. Still hasn't noticed me. That's tunnel vision for you.
Oh, I got you.
One of the things I found, if you're going to use arrows, you're going to want Hunter's Discipline. Technically, I probably should have gotten this one and then this. Oh well, this is 2 levels off, so that's not a problem. Should max out archery fairly soon, since it's the weapon skill I use the most.
I was always taught to avoid these types of ruins. I think I see why now.
Two of them far back. The reason why I shot that one first is she was already facing this direction. If I shot the other one, she would have already been facing towards me to see me, whereas the other one has back to me. Therefore, he will be... The AI tend to pause a bit and look towards whoever got hit, meaning he would likely have his back towards me when I shot the second arrow. whereas she would have probably immediately spotted me. Since basically she's already facing him and I was way over there. This one would have heard her fall, looked over here to see that she fell, then would have had to turn around to see me, which would have given me all the time I needed to take him out. So this is practical. For that one, it's just a matter of observing how AI react to their allies being damaged and how they react to being attacked. Once you observe them for a while, you can easily pick up on what they'll do in any given situation. And from there you can predict their likely behavior. If I didn't do anything, he would have pulled this lever right here and it would have killed him. The answer is basically up there. The damaged one shows you exactly where it fell from, so... Not difficult puzzles, as long as you just take your time. And many of the puzzles are very similar, variations of one to another. I'm also doing this quest at a bit higher level than what I might, since it is one of the earliest quests along the quest line.
Where'd you come from? Teamwork right there.
But there's not much of a difference from what I can see so far.
Is that you, Hotbeard? Bjorn! Colleen! I know I ran ahead of the ball, but I need help.
Where'd you come from?
Don't let it get me! Help! Kill it! Kill it!
Done and
Don't
done.
let it get me! Help! Let me out of here! Help me! Help! Get me down! Get me down! It's coming loose. I can feel it.
And this one is a bandit like the others. So you don't have to feel as bad to do that.
Stay on your guard.
With these Drogar, the ones that stand up, they really, once you know what to look for, you can figure out which ones you're going to stand and which ones aren't. The ones that look like they're in better condition, such as this one ahead, are the ones that will wake up if you make too much noise. They look very different than these Drogar right here. And it's just simply a matter of paying attention to smaller details. Essentially, there's one right ahead, right here.
Who's there?
Slightly tougher than the others.
Knew I heard something.
Come in here later, I'm probably going to be facing tougher opponents than I would or otherwise be.
Where'd you come from?
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh, and don't forget to check these corners. That's interesting. At a higher level, Fostros down here and not a Rogar.
Who's there? I knew I heard something.
One of the things you can also do if you have enough arrows is to fire near them, and if they don't, or if they haven't already spotted you, they'll turn to where the noise is. And you can do this with pretty much up until they know that you're there. They'll turn around, present their back to you, making a target. Or you can hit them. Either way works. But if you missed and they turn around and look towards where the arrow hit, that's pretty much why. But if they know that you're there, then they won't check out the sound. I don't think I've ever seen them do that.
What is it?
I just need to remove. Oops, hit the wrong button.
Yes?
Okay. There we go. If you got the code wrong, then maybe flames or some other type of trap. Maybe darts even. If you juggle the aggro, then it's not as much of a problem.
Get it down while we can.
A new hand touches the beacon. Listen, hear me and obey. A foul darkness has seeped into my temple. A darkness that you will destroy. Return my beacon to Mount Kilcreath. And I will make you the instrument of my cleansing light.
You can find that one randomly. Okay, I'm gonna wait until dusk again. Well, at least almost to 7 p.m. I'll be traveling part of the way under sunlight, but it won't be as much of a problem. By the time I make it back to Whiterun, it'll be 7 p.m. When you're playing as a vampire, you need to balance what time it is a lot more than you would ordinarily do. I need to check my mana. Okay, that's good. I've been working on my mana for... Okay, that was weird. So that I could at least cast Arvac during the day. Not only that, but also need to work on my mana so I can dual cast some of the conjurations I want to. Essentially, that's dual cast the Flame Atronach.
Where'd you come from?
Never should have come here.
Damn those Greymanes to oblivion.
If they want to back the Stormcloaks, they'll get what's coming to them.
You see? The terminology is clearly First Era or... Ah! The Dragonstone of Bleak Fall Barrows. Seems you are a cut above the usual brutes the Jarl sends my way. That is where your job ends and mine begins. The work of the mind, sadly undervalued in Skyrim. My associate here will be pleased to see your handiwork. She discovered its location by means she has so far declined to share with me. So your information was correct after all. And we have our friend here to thank for recovering it for us.
You went into Bleak Fall Barrows and got that? Nice work. Just send me a copy when you've deciphered it.
Farengar, you need to come at once. A dragon's been sighted nearby. You should come too.
A dragon? How exciting. Where was it seen? What was it doing?
I'd take this a bit more seriously if I were you. If a dragon decides to attack Whiterun, I don't know if we can stop it. Let's go.
So, Irileth tells me you came from the Western Watchtower?
Yes, my lord.
Tell him what you told me about the dragon.
Oh, that's right. Huh?
What did it do? Is it attacking the Watchtower?
No, my lord. It was just circling overhead when I left. I never ran so fast in my life. I thought it would come after me, for sure.
Good work, son. We'll take it from here. Head down to the barracks for some food and rest. You've earned it. Irileth, you'd better gather some guardsmen and get down there.
I've already ordered my men to muster near the main gate.
Good. Don't fail me. There's no time to stand on ceremony, my friend. I need your help again. I want you to go with Dragon. You survived Helgen, so you have more experience with dragons than anyone else here. But I haven't forgotten the service you did for me in retrieving the Dragonstone for Farengar. As a token of my esteem, I have instructed Avenici that you are now permitted to purchase property in the city. And please, accept this gift from my personal armory. Help Irileth kill this dragon before it can attack Whiterun. No, I can't afford to risk both of you. I need you here working on ways to defend the city against these
It's gonna be unique fighting a dragon as a vampire.
Good luck.
Primarily because of the vampire's weakness to flame. But the good thing is, if you play as a Dummer, they have a natural resistance to flame. So it's right under active effects. Weakness to fire, 50% weakness to fire. However, are you? Because I am a Dumber, I have a 50% resistance to fire, so it basically washes out. The most that it does is it eliminates as a Dumber, it eliminates my resistance to fire. Whereas if I weren't a vampire, I would have a 50% resistance to the fire that the dragon's breathing. Or going to be breathing. Not all of them are fire breathers, but this first one is. You'll either run into fire breathers or ice breathers. Frost breathers, probably, should say.
No signs of any dragon right now, but it sure looks like he's been here. I know it looks bad, but we've got to figure out what happened, and if that dragon is still skulking around somewhere. Spread out and look for survivors. We need to know what we're dealing with.
I can't believe it. You're Dragonborn. In the very oldest tales, back from when there were still dragons in Skyrim, the Dragonborn would slay dragons and steal their power. That's what you did, isn't it? Absorb the dragon's power. There's only one way to find out. Try to shout. That would prove it. According to the old legends, only the Dragonborn can shout without training, the way the dragons do.
Dragonborn? What are you talking about?
That's right. My grandfather used to tell
Oh,
stories
those are
about the
two moons.
Dragonborn.
The smaller
Those
moon
born with
orbits
the dragon
this moon.
blood in them, like old Tiber Septim himself.
It's interesting
I've
how
never
they're
heard of
allowed
Tiber Septim killing any
in this
dragons.
picture.
There weren't any dragons then, idiot. They're just coming back now for the first time in forever. But the old tales tell of the Dragonborn who could kill dragons and steal their power.
All I hold sacred. That's a shout. Like the Greybeards on their mountain. Come on here, then. Tell us. Do you believe in this Dragonborn business?
some of you would be better off keeping quiet than flapping your gums on matters you don't know anything about. Here's a dead dragon, and that's something I definitely understand. Now we know we can kill them. But I don't need some mythical dragonborn. Someone who can put down a dragon is more than enough for me.
You wouldn't understand, Housecarl. You ain't an orc.
I've been all across Tamriel. I've seen plenty of things just as outlandish as this. I'd advise you all to trust in the strength of your sword arm over tales and legends.
That was shouting, what you just did. Must be. You really are Dragonborn, then.
That was the hairiest fight I've ever been in, and I've been in more than a few. I don't know about this Dragonborn business, but I'm sure glad you're with us. You better get back to Whiterun right away. Jarl Balgruuf will want to know what happened here.
I've been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only. Let's see here. There's a new museum opening up in Dawnstar. The owner is asking me to hand out invitations to travelers. Looks like that's it. Got to go.
I'll be heading back to Dawnstar to drop off a few things anyway. Including those dragon bones and scales, which are pretty heavy.
Look, you already have been told you're not allowed here. Turn around and go back the way you came.
We're causing no trouble. All we ask is to look for her.
I don't care what you're doing. Also what happened, you're lucky I don't know.
Yes?
Easy. There has been talk amongst the guards that you are Dragonborn. But such a thing, surely that's not possible.
Good. You're finally here. The Jarl's been waiting for you.
So what happened at the watchtower? Was the dragon there? I knew I could count on Irileth, but there must be more to it than that. So it's true. The Greybeards really were summoning you. Masters of the Way of the Voice. They live in seclusion high on the slopes of the throat of the world. The Dragonborn is said to be uniquely gifted in the voice, the ability to focus your vital essence into a thume or shout. If you really are Dragonborn, they can teach you how to use your gift. The Greybeards.
Didn't you hear the thundering sound as you returned to Whiterun? That was the voice of the Greybeards, summoning you to High Hrothgar. This hasn't happened in centuries, at least. Not since Tiber Septim himself was summoned when he was still Talos of Atmora.
Rangar, calm yourself. What does any of this Nord nonsense have to do with our friend here? I don't see any signs of her being this, what, Dragonborn.
Nord nonsense? Why, you puffed up ignorant. These are our sacred traditions that go back to the founding of the First Empire.
Rangar, don't be so hard on Avenici.
I meant no disrespect, of course. It's just that, what do these Greybeards want with her?
That's the Greybeards' business, not ours. Whatever happened when you killed that dragon, it revealed something in you, and the Greybeards heard it. If they think you're Dragonborn, who are we to argue? You'd better get up to High Hrothgar immediately. There's no refusing the summons of the Greybeards. It's a tremendous honor. I envy you, you know, to climb the 7,000 steps again. I made the pilgrimage once. Did you know that? High Hrothgar is a very peaceful place. Very disconnected from the troubles of this world. I wonder that the Greybeards even notice what's going on down here. They haven't seemed to care before. No matter. Go to High Hrothgar. Learn what the Greybeards can teach you. You've done a great service for me and my city, Dragonborn. By my right as Jarl, I name you Thane of Whiterun. It's the greatest honor that's within my power to grant. I assign you Lydia as a personal housecarl, and this weapon from my armory to serve as your badge of office. I'll also notify my guards of your new title. Wouldn't want them to think you're part of the common rabble, now would we? We are honored to have you as Thane of our city, Dragonborn. Back to business, Proventus. We still have a city to defend.
I serve Jarl Balgruuf as steward. Splendid. There's a house available right now. Yes, my lord.
Oh, yeah.
May the gods watch over your battles, friend. Did he now? The man is persistent, I'll give him that. I suppose it's time I give him an answer. Proventus, what do you make of all this? If Ulfric were to attack Whiterun...
As in all things, Lord, caution. I urge us to wait and see.
Pray wait.
I'm of a mind with Irileth. It's time to act.
You plan to march on Windhelm?
I'm not a fool, Proventus. I mean it's time to challenge Ulfric to face me as a man. Or march his Stormcloaks up to the gates.
He'll do no such thing. A dagger in the back is all you could expect.
He was rather straightforward with Torrig.
Torrig? He simply walked up to the boy and murdered him.
That boy was High King of Skyrim.
I'm not the High King. But neither am I a boy. If Ulfric wants to challenge my rule in the old way, let him. Though I suspect he'll prefer to send his Stormcloaks to do it for him.
True. He's already proven his personal strength. Now he seeks to prove his armies.
Then might I urge you to consider General Tullius's request? I mean, if you are bent on offending Jarl Ulfric.
Ulfric is the one who has offended. But Proventus has a point. Ulfric has made it clear. In his mind, to refuse his claim is to side with the Empire.
And what harm is there in letting a few legionnaires die in place of your own men?
It seems cowardly.
Was it cowardly, then, to accept the White Gold Concordat?
This again. That was different. Was I given a chance to object to the terms of the treaty? No. The Jarls weren't asked. We were told. And we had to like it.
The chests of gold didn't hurt.
Damn it! This isn't about gold!
It's time to decide.
Lord, wait. Let us see if Ulfric is serious.
Oh, he's serious. But so am I.
Finally.
So about this axe. You can return this axe to our friend. The esteemed Jarl of Windhelm has my answer. Make sure he gets it. Proventus, bring me my pen. And the good parchment.
Are we writing a letter, Lord?
They're going to get boosted troops from Solitude.
Watch the skies, traveler.
Nope.
You there.
Sorry.
We're looking for someone in Whiterun. A woman. She's likely not using her true name. We will pay for any information. We are not welcome here in Whiterun. So we will be in Rorikstead. We're looking for a fugitive who comes from Hammerfell. A Redguard woman. She may be somewhere in this city. If you locate her, find us in Rorikstead.
That was a close one.
Need a ride?
I don't go by these.
Where do you want to go?
I don't want to get to Dawnstar.
Climb and back, and we'll be off. Giddy up there.
Oh shoot, yeah. Insta death.
This must be that beautiful Skyrim weather.
Because it takes, I thought it would take a little bit less than 3 hours to get there. By carriage.
Do you have news of our quarry? Do you have news of our quarry? Do you have news of our quarry?
So that is it for the moment, and I'm gonna be traveling back to Dawnstar next time I stream this quest line. I'll take a look at that museum there, and then I'll head to Windhelm to continue the Stormcloak quest. So thanks for watching.